Guess what we got, guys? Boom, graphics card. Boom, i7. Boom, 16 gigs of RAM hidden behind duct tape cables that I'm never going to use. Let's check it out. Hello. How's it going, everyone? Today I have here a bunch of install files for the Lenovo Project PC. Want to know why? Because I finally got the parts for it. So, as you'll see in Task Manager here, I now have i7-3770, 4-core, 8-thread, up to 3.9 gigahertz, 16 gigs of DDR3, and the cream of the crop, GTX 1070, that I got for like 80 bucks on eBay. I got a blower card because they're cheaper and easier to find. I really don't like blower cards because of this thing right here, because they're loud, but this one's actually really quiet. I'm assuming the Radeon just had a bad bearing. It's 16 years old after all. But yeah, it's nice so far. I mean, I can actually do things without it glitching. The next thing I have to get is a case and adapters, because it's a Lenovo motherboard. I was gonna say something about the GTX 1070. Oh, I'm silly. Yeah, it's easier to get these now that driver support's gone. One of the stupidest moves ever. Smart, but stupid at the same time, in my opinion. One of the most popular series of graphics cards ever, and they're discontinuing it at the same time as a graphics card series that's like 4 years older than it. Pardon me, 3 years different, but still, that's silly, considering the huge rift between the GTX 7 series and GTX 10 series. I mean, the 7 series, I know the 9 series, the highest end card, only had 6 gigs of VRAM with the 980 Ti, and then you roll up with the 1080 Ti and you got 11 gigs of VRAM out of the box. That's just silly. So for benchmark games, I'm going to install Counter-Strike 2, obviously, and just whatever other thing tickles my fancy. Minecraft, definitely. And maybe a couple other things that I find for free or whatever. Let's run that benchmark we were talking about earlier in the other video. Here we are, starting the benchmark. And this is the same resolution that 1366 by 768. Look at the frames we're getting. It went from like 30, 40 to now it's sitting at 170 with, you can see 200s a couple times here. Temperature is hovering at 67 degrees. Maximum FPS is 260, as you can see. We'll come back when this is done. An interesting thing to note, however, is the minimum FPS. Look at that. 11.5 FPS. That's kind of weird. I guess I'll figure it out in a bit. And here we are. I'll put the results up somewhere right here with the previous results with the Pentium G2020 and the Radeon HD 5770. Here's that little G2020. Cute little thing. Alright. I'll put out an update when everything's installed, and I'll put out another video about how this actually runs on Counter-Strike and other assorted games such as Minecraft. Thank you for watching.